Last weekend was a little less busy, so I took the opportunity to have a nice relaxing weekend, spend some time with family, took in a little show. Maybe a bevy or two. Just a chill out time, because this weekend was crazy. Bride has arrived, wedding underway, the strand is right there, the sun is out. Why not? I'm on the way to the Diamond Coast to have a bit of a set up there this morning. Then I have to meet a bride. Then I gotta get home and get a table plan done for tomorrow. Might get an hour to get a head start on setting up tomorrow, depending on the venue. And yeah, I have a lot of stuff to get ready for tomorrow. And then my girlies are all home from Dublin and I really want to see them. But I've got a big day tomorrow, so it may be a no drink night. This could be a first. Really looking forward to today's setup. When I was little, really little, there was great excitement in the parish because there was this huge party happening in the local centre to a kid that was huge, and it was actually the ordination of a local guy when he joined the priesthood, and today is his 25th Jubilee, so he's having a bit of a get together in the local town. So I get to do that up, so it's kind of exciting. As well as that, today we are doing an escort table instead of your normal table plan, so I'm quite curious to see how that goes. Work wise and setting it up, it is a lot more work, but it has its pros and its cons. So yeah, logistically we'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you updated. Finally getting to sit down after a very busy weekend, but a great weekend. The difference between your escort seating plan and your traditional seating plan is that your traditional seating plan is done by table number. So you have table 1, table 2, table 3 and the list of names under it. Your escort seating plan, I don't provide an escort service, I can promise you. Your escort seating plan is done by name. So each person has an individual card or whatever it be with their name on it, and inside or on the back you have your table number. The pros and cons of that are, the biggest pro is that you can be so pre-prepared, you can have so much of the work pre-done. So as soon as you have your guest list, never mind your replies, you can print off every single name and have 90% of the work done. So that when it comes to the days before the wedding and you have your RSVPs, all you have to do is put your table numbers on those cards. If things change very last minute, people drop out or something happens or more people are coming, it's very hard to change or update your traditional table plan because you have it printed, you have it done. Whereas your escort service, escort table, oh my God. It's been such a long weekend. Your escort seating plan table, the cards are all individually done, so you can whip one out, replace it, change it around, and it really doesn't make as much of a big difference as it would having to redo your whole table plan. So your traditional frame or whatever it be would be placed in one spot, whereas this you're going to need a table or something quite big to display it on. especially if you have huge numbers. If you have huge numbers, it's probably not the greatest idea because it's going to take up so much space. It's going to be so much work on you. And displaying it takes so much more time. So if you're DIYing and you're thinking of which way to go for your table plan, I would recommend, if you have small numbers, yes, by all means consider an Escort seating plan. Whereas if you have larger numbers, you're probably better to stick with your traditional table plan, because if you have 400 people, which some Irish weddings do, or a lot of Irish weddings do, you're talking hours to set out 400 cards and make sure not one of them gets lost, or not one of them gets misplaced or falls on the floor, or whatever it is. One we did at the weekend, it took me 10 hours from design to templates to printing up, putting it together, putting them in alphabetical order, and then that's not even counting the hour it took to display it. So there is a little bit more work on it. On the upside though, it does give a lot more options for display ideas and a whole new range of ideas for making a feature of your table plan, as opposed to your traditional table plan. Like, there's loads of ideas there as well, but if you just want to do something a little bit different. Another thing to be aware of is you don't know who else is sitting at the table. So if it says Ailish table number 2, I don't know who has that other 8 or 9 cards until I get to the table. So I don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I suppose you know best for your own wedding. Always make sure you have a double list, an extra list printed off and given to the wedding coordinator or someone in the hotel, just in case a card goes missing or someone loses their card and they've forgotten, or whatever it is. It's always, regardless of the table plan type, it's always a good thing to have an extra copy left for the wedding coordinator. Yeah, so look, it's just something to consider. It's something new, it's something different. It's not something that's done here a lot yet. It's quite a big thing in America, but everything that happens in America moves here. We do have a few more of them in the pipeline, so as they're coming on, we'll keep getting pictures up on our Facebook page so you can see different ideas. So yeah, I think it's feet up for the rest of the evening. Tomorrow's Thursday, time to start again, so make hay while the sun shines.